Specialist Showcase has begun.
This was terrible. That just sounds like a dumb movie.
I'm sure there's plenty of podheads who found this so funny.
The following is a fan-off production.
They call me Alice in Wonderland. They try to lure me with a man. Go, oh, what do you know? Is that a rabbit hole? Oh, I gotta see where we go. So off with my head, fell in love again. You lose your head, you lose your heart, fall apart.
What's up, all you stars and studs? I am former WWE Diva and current First Lady of Ring of Honor, and I am here with my co-host, at least I hope so. All he's been doing is eating Skittles and going to the bathroom and eating French fries. So I'm hoping that Ring of Honor star Michael Bennett is on the line with me. Oh, you're here. You know, I was thinking about something as I was going through that very long rant of what we are and who we are. I really should stop saying former WWE Diva.
Yeah, F that.
It was a long time ago, and now
long ago.
It's been 3 years.
That's not that long ago.
No, has it been longer than that?
I don't know.
Let's see. I left in
It's 2014. When did you leave?
I left in 2010, so 2010 to 2011, 2011 to 2012, 2012 to has it been 4 years? Oh my god.
Almost 4 years, yeah.
Oh my word.
Almost.
And I've been in Ring of Honor for 2.5 years. So
have you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
2.5 years.
When did you start? December of 2011?
Okay, so 2 years and 2 months.
Final battle?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I've been in Ring of Honor for what is it? 3 years? 3.5. It'll be 4 years in August. Jesus.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah. I'm like a Ring of Honor vet. I'm a grizzled vet.
I wouldn't say grizzled.
I'm grizzled. I sit in the corner of the locker room by myself with my Zubas and my fanny pack.
Oh, that was hilarious this weekend. Okay, so Kevin Steen had a bag with him. And he had his carry-on bag, and then he had another bag. And this bag sat on top of his carry-on bag. And it was a blue bag with a black strap. But it was a rather large blue bag, and I literally thought that he had a very large fanny pack that he was going to be wearing around.
It was a giant blue, like, cooler type bag, wasn't it?
It wasn't a cooler. It was flat. So, and he picked it up in what looked like the way that, you know, because you pick up a fanny pack by one strap and the bag, and you flip that strap around you, and you tie it in, like, so that's how he
There's no tying.
Okay, there's clicking.
That's very old school fanny packs.
He picked it up, and it really looked like he was going to throw that strap around him, and he was going to wear it as a fanny pack.
The fanny pack is awesome. It needs to come back.
You know, I have a very stylish fanny pack that I like to wear when I'm going to things like amusement parks or like when I'm going shopping.
You have a fanny pack?
I totally do. It's leather and it's awesome.
You know who else has a fanny pack? Bob Evans.
Bob Evans does. There's more people than that, though, that have fanny packs. It's not just me and Bob Evans. That's not the only people on the planet with the fanny packs. There's
Todd Hansen.
Yes, Todd Hansen.
I don't know if he still rocks the fanny pack, but there was a time when I first broke into wrestling in 2001, fanny packs were the rage. They were everywhere. And I actually got one thinking that I needed to. No, I did. I got a fanny pack. I think I got it from Walmart for like $10. And it was like...
You did not!
I did. It was blue. And I would rock it.
Like Steen's fanny pack is because...
No, it was like navy blue. It was very awful looking, but it was pretty cool. And I would rock it around town, and I'd wear it. And I wasn't cool wearing it unless I was going to wrestling. And then when I wore it at wrestling shows, I felt like a good brother or something. Like I was part of the locker room.
Hey there, good brother.
Yeah. There was lots of good brothering going on when I wore that, so it was nice. And I used to watch, like, I was such a wrestling nerd that I would watch, like, wrestling documentaries and stuff like that, and I'd always see them with their roller bag and their fanny pack. So the first thing I did when I got into wrestling...
You know who else would possibly have a fanny pack?
I need a roller bag, and I got a roller bag and a fanny pack.
Yeah? So, yep. You know who else might have a fanny pack?
Oh.
Gary.
Gary? My dad?
No. You totally didn't get my joke, and now I'm just miserable.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
That was all this weekend, and you forgot about.
Are you dropping inside jokes?
I just
Bobby
forget
Fish
it.
inside jokes. Yeah.
No, it's not funny now. If you would have bursted out, and which is just my luck today. Today has not been my day.
Our listeners will appreciate inside jokes, though.
No, but you would, and then you would laugh, and then people would go, "Oh, well, what does that mean?" And I'd be like, "Haha, I'm not telling you, BGSD." And then that would be the end of it.
Maybe if Bobby Fish or Todd Fat Pants Sinclair was listening, then they would understand and think it's funny. But Joe Schmo from Paducah.
But Joe Schmo from Paducah can then wonder, and it could be interesting, and they could wait for the culmination of the joke sometime down the road when we have Bobby Fish on, and then he says it, and then we discuss.
I don't think we would be that clever to drag it out. It's not like
I'm clever.
It's not like you had it written down. It's not like storytelling.
I totally had it written down here. You have no idea what I have written down on my notes, which I have none today.
You don't have notes.
I don't, because today is a very special day. You want to know why it's a special day?
Why? Tell me. Enlighten me.
Because today is Fan Appreciation Day.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
What does that
because
mean?
This is the week of love. It's Valentine's Day, which I don't really believe in Valentine's Day, but I'm just going to say it anyways. And so since it's Valentine's Day, as a Valentine to all of our fans out there, we will be answering questions.
Valentine's Day is the single worst holiday in the history of holidays. It is so bad. It's just a money grab. It's just to tell people, hey, today's another day to buy flowers or chocolates or sexy pajamas. So you can tell the person you love them. If you need a day to tell the person that you love them, you probably don't love them. And not only that, it's another day to get people in trouble. Because if you are like myself, who doesn't really care about Valentine's Day, now thankfully you don't care that much about Valentine's Day either. But
but you should. You're going to be very happy with your Valentine's Day present.
Okay, but hear me out here.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Say I was dating someone who loved Valentine's Day. Now, I hate Valentine's Day, and it has nothing to do with the person I'm with. Okay, you say you love Valentine's Day, and I hate it. Now, me ignoring Valentine's Day and hating it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like you or I don't love you any less. It has to do with the fact that it's an idiotic, moronic holiday that stands for and signifies absolutely nothing. And all it does is it makes money for stupid retail stores and card manufacturers and chocolate manufacturers and the like. But the only other thing it does is it gets people who hate Valentine's Day in trouble. Just another day to get someone like me in trouble for being like, oh, well, why didn't you get me a Valentine's Day gift? And I'll be like, because Valentine's Day is a stupid holiday. Like, it's not your birthday. It's not our anniversary. It's nothing. It's not Christmas. It's Valentine's Day. It's a stupid holiday. There's nothing...
I need that alarm at this point. Is that your rant for the day?
I don't know. That's a semi-rant.
A semi-rant. You didn't really get that angry. Just
I didn't get
kind of angry.
Fully rant. I'm not at full. I'm at half-mast.
Okay, so I have a question here from Bruce Wayne, which apparently he's Batman.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, sexy Bruce Wayne. So it's at sexy Bruce Wayne.
Are we jumping right into questions? What are we doing here?
Well, why not? Can't we? I told everybody we'd be answering questions. I don't want to lie.
I always
lie
get yelled
to people.
at. Fans always yell at me because we have no structure on our show.
Really? They yell at you?
They yell cap locks.
In cap locks?
Cap locks. No, they just write out cap locks.
Why should we have a structure? We do have a structure. It's just a structure that flows so well that people don't even realize that we have a structure.
It's controlled chaos.
It is. There's a few things that we do weekly, and we'll do more. It's more fun this way.
Here's my structure. We have an intro. You sing. You sing. We banter.
I do. By the way, everybody who has asked me 50,000 times, that is me singing. I sang. I wrote that. I did that. I did that. It was me. If you want to buy it, it's on iTunes. It's under 7 Sins. And if you look up Maria Kanellis on iTunes, you'll find it there.
What's the name of the song?
Well, that's off with my head.
Oh, ouch.
At least it's not off with your head.
That's me actually on. Oh, no, please don't.
Guillotine.
That's me on backup vocals, by the way. If anyone's
no, it's not. No. I do my own backup vocals.
That's
by
me
the
on
way,
backup vocals.
I sang over myself 3 different times. So yeah.
Hold on. Before you start taking questions.
Wait, I want to answer Sexy Bruce Wayne.
Hold on. Before you answer Sexy Bruce Wayne, here's my question. As I sit here in my basement shoveling Skittles in my mouth, what is the best Skittle flavor?
Red.
I want people to tweet me, #Mike and Maria Skittle flavor. I love these long hashtags. #Mike and Maria Skittle flavor. Tell me your favorite Skittle flavor. Mine's purple. Purple is by far the best.
What? Who likes purple?
This guy.
So weird. Okay, you made your start doing the Bronco Buster. Was it for the crowd reaction? No, it was because Mickie James, as smart and intelligent as she is, informed me that this would be really good. And so I just did it because she's awesome. And so I listened to her and I did it. It's actually a move that Mickie James used to do all the times before she ever signed with WWE. And at the time when I first started in WWE, I had no idea what I was doing. And it was a fun, easy move that I could do that really got the crowd into it, but it's all Mickie. I mean, Mickie taught me so much stuff. She used to train us down in Ohio Valley Wrestling, so that is why.
Oh,
there you have it.
So it had nothing to do with you being a really big X-Pac fan?
No, not that either.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. I thought maybe you were just a big X-Pac 1, 2, 3 Kid fan. No, you weren't.
No, that's...
Why do you think the fans like it so much when... Because, like, X-Pac used to get a pretty good reaction, but, like, if, like, you were to give a Bronco Buster to Mickie James, and then, like, I was to give a Bronco Buster to Gene Snitsky, I think your pop would be larger. I don't know why I chose Gene Snitsky, but...
What in the world? Why would you...
I don't know. I don't know why he popped into my head, too. Which
I mean, I adore him. I always had a good time working with him, but that's hilarious.
Actually a very great man. But yeah, why do you think the? I mean, I have my opinion, but
because my vagina is in a girl's face.
See, that's what I thought, and it's the same if Rikishi was to give me a stink face, or you were to give me a stink face, or like you were to give like Victoria a stink face. I think the fans would react very much more enthusiastic to your bum stink face than they would to Rikishi sticking his cottage cheese butt in my face.
Aw, Rikishi.
Yeah.
It's a nice bum, though.
Yeah, it's a nice bum.
It's big and large, and yeah, it's good. So someone asked me how do I feel about... Oh, first one is in. Hello? What's your name? Where you from? First caller.
You're so...
Hello?
What?
Hi.
I got the wrong number.
Yes!
No!
Awesome. Hello, Mike's Pizza. Oh, he hung up. How did he have the wrong number? That's amazing. He should have stayed on.
Why did he leave? That's so weird.
What an awful wrong number. It's not like he just called like Susan down the street with 2 kids and a husband. He called onto a podcast that gets over 100,000 listeners a week, and he called the wrong... I want to know trying to call.
I bet you it wasn't the wrong number. I bet you he got scared. Hey, if you're scared and you're at home, you can call back. It's okay.
Not only did he have the wrong number, but you know what the first thing he heard, because we get a little screen that pops up right when the caller's on, the first thing he heard was, it was a really nice bum, too.
You really enjoy that, don't you?
It's amazing. He get the wrong number. Maybe he was trying to call Mike's Pizza. Who knows?
Maybe he was.
I don't know.
I was asked a question. Oh, I've been asked.
Before. No, caller.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. This is Matt from Stoneham. I actually want to first off say a big thank you. I've been trying to reach you guys through Twitter. I know you guys have been busy, but you guys donated for the Stoneham Strong fund.
Oh, I remember that. For the Boston Marathon victims, right?
Yes. I want to thank you.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
You're welcome. Anything we can do to help.
Which, ironically, I won.
Oh, you.
That's fantastic.
I rock a pink shirt. The only problem is I don't have a girl. The only problem is I don't have a girl to rock Maria's shirt.
Well, you can rock. I wear Maria's stuff all the time, so it's okay if you wear it.
Yeah, but that's different. You're engaged to her.
It's not different. No. I used to wear a leader shirt when I was growing up, so I think it's okay. Guys,
Right,
girl stuff.
So, do you have a question?
Yes, actually. Both of you. I know you've been asked this plenty of times, but I'm going to switch it up a bit.
Ooh.
In an intergender tag team match, both past and present, who would you guys like to face?
Oh,
we haven't been asked this a bunch of times. This is the first time, and this is exciting.
Well, they switched it up a bit.
Yeah, switched. I want to face Macho Man and Elizabeth.
Oh, that's such a good one.
I know Elizabeth didn't really wrestle, but
I'm going to do you one better. I would like to face Edge and Lita.
Oh, nice.
I'm surprised neither of you said AJ and Punk.
That's a good one.
But it's good, but you don't really think of them as together as a team because they've never teamed up before. That'd be great, and I admire both of their works, but they're not really, a known team.
Plus, who wouldn't want to work Macho Man? I mean, as much as I admire Punk, I mean, come on.
It's Macho Man.
It's Macho Man. 180 degrees.
And also, Mike, this is for you.
Yes.
You said, I believe in either last podcast or the podcast before, that WWE needs to give Daniel Bryan the ball and run with it.
Yeah, I did say
now,
that.
if you've been seeing, Randy Orton's been losing a lot.
Uh-huh.
Do you think WWE finally listens to their fans and gives Daniel Bryan the title at Elimination Chamber?
I do not think that they give him the title at Elimination Chamber. I don't think they are. I don't think it's a matter of listening to the fans or not. I think good booking wise would not. If they're going to give the title to Bryan eventually, I think he has to win it at Mania. I don't think you can give it to him at Elimination Chamber because it's not as big. And the way the fans have been reacting and responding, if the ultimate plan, which I don't think it was, but let's say hypothetically the ultimate plan was to get Bryan the title at again after he lost it to Orton. I think anything less than giving it to him at WrestleMania would be a letdown. I don't think you give it to him. I think you can take the title off of Orton and give it to someone else, but I don't think you give it to Bryan. I think his babyface journey has to culminate at WrestleMania because anything else would feel to me like a letdown. I don't know how fans would feel.
Yeah, that makes sense. And actually, this is another question for you guys. Other than the Total Divas, because, well, honestly, I'm not a big fan, who would you guys like to see AJ put her title against?
Oh,
other than the Total Divas, I would say Mercedes or Paige from NXT.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks. I'd like to see her face one of those two girls. Both of them have been down in NXT for a while. I think that they should have an opportunity on the main roster. They're extremely talented women, and it's about time they were brought up. So I would say one of those two.
Well said.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome, dude.
Well, thank you so much for calling in. We're going to take some more callers, but we appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
So I have a question from Twitter, from the Twitter. Max Chicanos, Chicanos88 asked, "Dear, did you take a breast implants? I think your boobs a little bigger than before." No, they are naturally grown, and you will.
Did you take breast implants?
No, I did not. They are all mine. I appreciate your concern, if that might be concerning you. But yeah, they're all mine.
He's worried about your tatas.
Yeah.
He said they looked bigger than before. Before what? That's what I want to know. Like what? Where are we post dating? Are we talking about like 10 years ago? Are we talking about 20 years ago? Because I'm assuming now, 20 years ago, your boobs were not the same size they are now.
No.
I bet maybe 15 years ago they're probably a little bit bigger than they were then. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. We need, what is his name? Chicano? Chiquita? What is his name? You need to be more specific about when the date of boobage you're talking about. Tweet us again, #boobage.
Did anybody comment about the Skittles yet?
Someone wrote yellow Skittles, #. I forgot the hashtag. That would be David Stepp. Thanks,
we
David.
We have another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Jack. I'm from West Virginia.
Nice to meet you.
How the
Do you
hell
have a question?
Yeah. This is for Maria. How was the environment when you were working with the WWE?
The environment was intense and really fun at times, but just like any other job, there was really stressful points as well. But for the most part, I can look back and say that was a really enjoyable time of my life.
Who was the best person to work with?
Oh, tough. Okay, I had so many great people that I worked with. Beth Phoenix was great. Mike, stop eating those Skittles. They're very loud. Beth Phoenix was awesome. Mickey James was awesome. I worked with Lita. She was a true professional. Such an inspiration. So was Trish Stratus. I loved riding and working with Maurice, and I rode with Eve Torres for a long time, and we really enjoyed each other's company. But then, on the guy's side, I loved working with Santino. He was so funny, and working with Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, so I just have to say, I'm extremely blessed to have worked with so many fantastic people, but my favorite person ever to work with is on the phone with us right now. No, not the caller, but Michael Bennett.
I'm not on the phone. I'm in studio with you.
You are not in studio with me.
We're
but nice
live in the studio from space.
From space, yes.
From the space, all of the space.
All of the space. That's a really good question, though.
Yeah, thanks for calling. Appreciate it. No one wants to talk to me. No one has questions for me.
What? The last person talked to you.
Nobody loves me.
So I really want to talk about the fact that Lita is getting inducted.
Abducted?
No, I hope not. Are you gonna steal her? Is she my present?
Hey,
my birthday present?
I had a Lita T-shirt, like I said, when I was.
Can you bring it to me? Because I'd like to wear it.
I don't have it anymore.
That's blasphemy.
I know. I had it. It had a picture, a very scantily clad picture of Lita on the front, and then her outline on the back doing a moonsault. And I don't remember what the shirt said. I'm going to look it up. But it said, I know it said Lita, obviously.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it did. I don't remember what it else is. I could have sworn. I want to say it said like, but I think I had a T-shirt that said "Fear is only a 4-letter word," but I feel like that was a Hardy Boys T-shirt, not Lita.
Were you a Lita person or a Trish person?
Lita, big time.
I have to say, I was too.
See, that's why we're so perfect for each other.
I know, we like the same people. It's amazing.
We're all on the same page here.
Oh, she was incredible. She was a true inspiration for me. Can I tell you why?
Please do.
Because when I would see her go out there with her thong hanging out and with her abs and her hair and just her awesomeness, like I just thought that she was fearless, and if she could do it, I could be fearless too.
She was the cat's meow.
I never learned how to moonsault, but that's okay.
She was pretty badass, I'll have to say. Did you like her more with S.A. Rios or with the Hardy Boys?
Is that even a question? Really?
Or did you like her with Eddie?
S.A. Rios? No.
I loved her with S.A. Rios. Come on, S.A. Rios was badass. Though you know you're in trouble when your manager / valet is outshining you. I mean, it was like, I mean, he was doomed from the get-go.
Are you in trouble? What?
Oh, wow. I am clearly the Mark Amaro of this relationship.
Sorry, babe.
You are the Sable. See, that's why I do the TKO, because I'm the Mark Amaro. I'm doomed. I am absolutely doomed.
No, I'm old now, so it's okay.
No, you're not old.
It would be different if we were doing this, 10 years ago or something.
I bet Sable was older than Mark Merrill.
I have a birthday coming up.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Wow.
I have a... What?
No, it's too soon to sing. I can sing to you next week.
Yeah, I have a birthday coming up. I'm rather excited about it.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. So a lot of people have been asking me on the Twitter, what am I going to school for? Well, I'm going to school right now for an Associate's in Art, and I am proud to announce I will be graduating in May with an Associate's.
Good for you.
Thanks. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very, very, very happy with it.
What's your plan to do after your Associates?
Well, I am looking at right now Full Sail University down in Orlando, Florida, and going to get my film degree.
Good. Good for you.
Yeah? Good for
No,
me?
it's good. It's good. I'm very proud. I mean, I had to it takes a lot to go back to school. I had to go to school right out of high school because if I didn't, I would never accomplish it because I hate school. I despise it. I could never pay attention. I don't like homework. I like to learn at my own pace. And when I have to be taught something not at my own pace or I have to be tested on it and I don't want to test on I never I feel like I learned more after college than I did while I was in college.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I learned more on my own. I feel like studying things on my own and studying stuff I'm interested in, and with the exception of math, because if you could shove a math book up my ass and I still wouldn't understand anything about math. I can't do math. I can't do algebra. I need a calculator for everything. I am math illiterate. I just can't do it. And I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Especially fractions. You throw fractions in front of me, and my brain will literally swallow itself whole because I just can't do math. English I was good at. I was pretty decent at writing essays and reading books and stuff like that, though grammar wasn't my best. Maybe I'm just an idiot at the end of the day.
I don't think so. I think you're just very selective on what you want to learn and what you don't want to learn. Okay, so I have more questions.
I think I'm dumb. I think that's what it is.
Okay. Are curious questions about your sex life permitted?
Hell yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, what? Creep?
Let's see. Wakwas. Farquar.
What are you trying to say?
At Wakwas.
Wakwa. The Viper?
Okay, you tell me how you would say this. WAQAS. Okay, why are you so cute? Well, it all started when I was born, and
Wait, that's not directed towards me? Oh. All right, Wakwa. We get heat.
Well, thank you very much for your comment about me being cute. How's school going? School's going great. I'm getting there. Just answered that like a half minute ago. Who's my favorite diva in WWE currently? AJ.
Mm-hmm.
You?
Oh, I thought you had just taken over the podcast. Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Who is your favorite diva?
Oksana.
You mean Arkansas?
Arkansas. So we are driving. I have to tell this story so people understand.
No, it's terrible.
Maria is awful with names. Not like, oh, I've met you before and I don't remember your name. But like, I'm going to write down Michael Bennett on a piece of paper, show her that piece of paper, and she's going to be like, who's Michelle Benoit? Like, she can't, for whatever reason, the comprehension of reading the name and pronouncing it is like two different things. So 2 stories. One day we're at a Red Sox game, and a good buddy of ours does play-by-play for the Celtics and for the Red Sox. So he was doing play-by-play for the Red Sox at the time. So I sent him a tweet, and I said, hey, we're here. And he said, oh, okay, come meet me at such and such a place. Cool. His name's Sean Grandy. And if you're from the Boston area, most people probably know who he is. So I showed Maria the tweet, and I said, Maria, look at this. Look what he said. And she goes, who's Sean Grande? And I looked at her like, what are you talking about? That's Sean Grandy. And then, this must have been 2 weeks ago, we were driving to National Pro Wrestling Day, and I'm driving, and Maria's on her phone on Twitter or online or something, and she starts looking up stuff on WWE and Oksana, and she goes, I don't remember what the sentence was, but it was something along the lines of, I can't believe that Arkansas still has a job. And I said, who is Arkansas? And it's first of all, I don't know how you get Arkansas. Like Scene Grande, I can almost understand, though it's pushing it. But Arkansas out of Oksana, I don't know. I just Godspeed to our guest list for our wedding.
I don't even want to talk about the guest list. No. That's a very sore subject right now.
We will just have random people that we don't even know. Hopefully Arkansas shows up, though. So if we're taking questions from fans, I put on Facebook, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
We do have a caller. And they're sitting and waiting patiently. And you are just blowing on by them. Hi, caller. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, it's Paul Griffin. I'm from Houston.
Oh, hi, Paul Griffin.
I thought y'all were going to transition to me by speaking of people I don't know.
Oh.
No, that's okay. I mean, Maria, if you typed out your name.
You, so if you typed your name out, I would call you Pal.
You'd be like Phil Gryffindor.
Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, hey, I went to that ROH show in San Antonio last weekend, and it was awesome. So I appreciate y'all for showing up and putting on a good show.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for coming.
You.
We did see your sign, and it was badass.
It was.
It was one of my 2 lame signs.
What was your other sign?
Lame one.
It said test of strength on it, but nobody really cared about that.
I don't know. The test of strength was quite over with the crowd.
That's the most over thing at San Antonio. I can't believe it.
I don't know why. I think the test of strength is a terrible thing in wrestling, but for some reason, San Antonio loves the test of strength.
The last show I went to, me and my friend chanted it, and for some reason, other people were doing it this time, so it worked out well for me. Anyway.
I love it.
You guys are taking questions. I figured I'd bug you about it.
Oh, sure.
Bug us away.
So every once in a while, people tweet you. I mean, once in a while. When are you going to come back to WWE, or when are you going to get signed and all that stuff? So I want to throw out a hypothetical in the sense that if you guys were to show up in WWE, there's a lot of dancing gimmicks with Emma and Brodus and everybody else. What kind of style would you want your dancing gimmick to be?
Ooh.
Oh, we already have our own dance.
Yeah.
We have our own dance with our own music.
We do?
I mean, it's not going to infringe on anybody else's dance, right?
No, it's totally not going to infringe on anybody else's dance. It's a dance that me and Mike do in the kitchen sometimes, and I sing a little song, and yeah, we dance together. It's a lot of step together, step together.
I thought we weren't allowed to ask vague questions about the sex life.
Yes. We're usually naked when we do this dance too.
Yeah, that is.
That's usually how it happens.
Yeah,
I don't know what dance you're talking about because I can't dance to save my life.
Neither can half the people dancing there.
You totally know now.
Yeah, no, I think I know. I think it's if you're looking for a style of dance, I would compare it to like the hokey pokey mixed with like the river dance.
Yes.
So I don't think we would be infringing on like Brodus Clay or like who else dances? Fandango. I don't think we'd be. I don't think it would be way cooler than those guys.
The whole crowd could get involved. It'd be
amazing.
Yeah.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hey, do you have any other questions?
That's really it. I didn't want to ask you a question you might have already gotten this episode because I just started listening. So.
Oh, well,
all right.
Thanks for calling.
Well, will you be in San Antonio? Will you be in San Antonio next time in November?
For November? Absolutely.
All right. Well, we will see you there. Hopefully more cool signs.
Probably the same one.
That's all right. Recycle them. That's good. Good for the earth.
If they stay in the trunk.
Well, thanks,
They're
man.
already recycled. I cut those off of a cardboard box and wrote it with a Sharpie in the parking lot.
You put a lot of thought into it, I could tell.
Last minute thought.
That's all right. That's usually the best. Thanks a lot.
Okay,
we appreciate it, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
So, I have the Juggalo underdog. I can't believe you forgot our dance.
It was only momentarily.
Like, it makes me sad. See, like this is what I'm talking about. We have spent so much time apart, not in our studio that's in space. Yeah. And I think you don't know who I am anymore. This is what's happening.
I know who you are.
You don't know who I am anymore. Yeah. Okay, so the Juggalo underdog asked me, what is your favorite Olympics event to watch? Okay, last night I watched the luge, and I am extremely impressed.
The luge is badass.
Yeah, like two razors basically on ice, and you're going down on this thing, and it's about the size of like one of those little bedpans. So basically,
it is not the size of a bedpan. It's like the size of a standard sled growing up. A bedpan.
It is totally not.
Just in case you shit yourself halfway down.
It has. I would, and I don't poop, but if I did poop.
Everybody poops.
No, I do not. It would be a bedpan with two little hooky things that your legs go on, and then you hold your own head up the whole time. So for the 90 seconds or whatever it was, the 80 seconds that it took them to go down, they had to hold their head up.
Hey, can I tell you, the one I was most fascinated by, and I don't even know the name of it, but I was literally talking to you on the phone
yes.
while I was watching this, and it was like you ski cross country. Halfway through skiing cross country, you stop and you start firing a rifle at things. Then you load your rifle back up on your back, and you start cross country skiing. Not just downhill, uphill, sideways, flippies. What is that? Will someone tell me what event is that? Because what event is it like? Well, I have an idea. We'll start skiing, and then halfway through, I'm going to bust out my semi-automatic.
We named it.
And after I'm done with that. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to start skiing some more. And then the next event, you have to take a piss and see who can fill up the most of the cup. And then after
you have to tackle a bear. I swear it's called Mountain Man Mike.
No, called it
a relay.
Mountain Woman Maria for the women, and then Mountain Man Mike event for the men. That's what it should be called. for the men. Speaking of the Olympics, did you see what's his puss there, Shaun White? He ate shit big time.
I was so sad for him, but
He was
at the same time, he won 2 Olympic gold medals. And you would think that gold medals pay you a lot of money, but apparently they don't. You get $25,000 in this country if you win an Olympic gold medal. Other countries, $300,000. Oh, maybe, $700,000. Our country, $25,000.
That's nice.
It's terrible. It's
Thanks
so
for representing your country and, being a world-class athlete. Here is, they might just take a shit in an envelope and hand it to you.
Because the thing is $25,000 for some of these Olympic sports. It costs that much just to train in a year. Okay, so I need to give a shout-out to Avery. She's a big fan, and she got an excellent report card. So, congrats, darling. You are a cutie, and congratulations on your good report card.
Yes. How do we know she's telling the truth, though? Please take a picture of your report card and hashtag
I got
it.
a picture of this cute little girl with
Mike
me.
and Maria report card. I want to make sure.
Lame hashtags,
I want to make sure you have all A's, or we're recanting our congratulations.
Okay, so I have. Hello, caller.
Oh, it's Jesus.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastical. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
No.
My name is David. I'm sorry, I'm just a little nervous.
Oh, that's okay.
There's nothing to be nervous about. We're just 2 cool guys.
I am not a guy. I do not have that part.
A wiener.
I do not have a wiener. David, what's your question?
So I was wondering, if you had to choose a diva from the Attitude Era to face in a WrestleMania Dream match or whatnot, who would you choose?
Ooh, from the Attitude Era. I don't know if it would be a dream match much as a dream squash. I think that I'd get killed by China.
China. I'm going to go with Nicole Bass.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God.
No? Do we remember Nicole Bass?
No!
Now, that's a girl that had a bigger wiener than me.
Oh, my
God.
Silence. That's my favorite reaction. Just pure silence. That's how I know I have captivated the audience, when nobody has words. Hashtag Nicole Bass wiener. Let's do it. Let's get that shit trending.
No! Well, that's terrible.
Why?
David, thank you for your call. Do you have any other questions that do not involve wieners?
Yeah, it's definitely one of. I don't know. Can I get a follow on Twitter?
No. I do not follow people on Twitter because if I followed you on Twitter, then everybody would feel bad if I didn't follow them too. So I do not do the following.
I will follow. Here's my deal. I will make a deal with you. If you can, in the next 2 months, somehow get hashtag Nicole Bass Wiener trending on Twitter, I will follow you in an instant. That is my dare.
Okay, I don't think I may go for that, but thanks anyway.
All right.
David, it was very nice to talk to you. Take care. Have a good evening. Babe.
Yeah.
Sarah,
what's up?
You can't do that. You
Sometimes
can't. No.
You gotta spice it up a little.
That's very spicy. Very spicy.
That's like Tommaso Ciampa spicy.
It is Tommaso Ciampa spicy. I knew where you were going with that.
So on Facebook, I asked people, and I would just like to say the very first comment I got, I said, any suggestions on what you want to hear me and Maria talk about, or Maria and I, for all those ridiculous grammar police that, for whatever reason, it's cool to be grammar police now. And so for the social media grammar police, Maria, Kanellis, and I, if you have any questions or want stuff to us to talk about, what would you like? And someone, the very first, was from Brandon Bishop, and he wrote Blumpkins.
What?
Blumpkins.
What?
Blumpkins.
I don't know what that means.
Blumpkins. Look it up. For all Brandon Bishop, thank you for your Blumpkin. Not giving me a Blumpkin. Thank you for writing a Blumpkin.
So,
please, Brandon, don't give me a Blumpkin.
I don't know what this means. I feel like you're just entertaining yourself at this point. Okay, so
will you please do me a favor,
Will
you look up
I will. Ref Hansen, 1, 2, 3, just asked, will there be karaoke at the wedding? No, but you will. You will be getting your save the date in the mail very soon. So be looking for that.
Yeah, I think, but he's going to make his own karaoke at the wedding, so it's okay. Hansen, I love you. You can sing whatever you want at the wedding, and I'll give you a big kiss on the lips.
Those are my lips.
Just saying.
Just so you know, those are my lips.
My brother-in-law Jeffrey wrote a bunch of questions. Jeffrey's a huge wrestling fan, by the way. Jeffrey's married to my sister, and he's an awesome human being. And he loves wrestling and loves this show. And he asked me a ton of questions on my Facebook that I think we should go through just because they're fun wrestling questions.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, first one. Is Triple H good for WWE?
My goodness. This is when I'm like, yes.
Yes, I think he's good as far as finding talent development. I think he's done an awesome job at finding talent. The development system's awesome right now. If you look at some of the guys they brought up recently, like the Shield and the Wyatt family, like that's pretty much all Triple H signings right there, and that's fantastic. So yeah, I think he is good for WWE. If you want my opinion,
I do want your opinion.
You got it. All right, here we go. Question number 2. What's your take on old school returning? For example, Goldust returning, New Age Outlaws returning, etc. Who would you want to see return? Look at these. These are good questions.
Those are very good questions. Mind you, Jeffrey is a very intelligent human being as well, so of course he has
loves
good
wrestling.
questions.
Loves wrestling, though.
Who would I like to see return? You start. Let me think.
Well, first of all, I think the old school returning is a good idea with the right people. Like Goldust returning, awesome idea because he's doing his best work than he's done in years. New Age Outlaws returning, awesome idea because I still think these guys have still so much more to give than they did before they went on to TNA or left WWE or went to WCW or whatever. I think they have more to give. They're in the best shape. I think it's a good idea. I think some guys you don't want to see return. I think some guys it's like, no, that's okay. Your time is up. Maybe Batista. But I think some people are good. Who would I want to see return? I want to see Stone Cold return. I know it probably will never happen, but I'm the biggest Stone Cold fan. And I think him coming back, wrestling Punk at WrestleMania.
Okay, so I'll give mine. I'll give my picks then. I would like to see Carlito return. I'd like to see Shelton Benjamin return. I would like to see MVP return. I would love to see Maurice return. I'd love to see Mickey return. They're not really old school, but these are people that I think left at the beginning of their career that I think could have had a much longer career in wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think you have to. I mean, I wouldn't really consider New Age Outlaws and Goldust old school. I mean, they've been around for a while, but I don't think they're old school. I think those are great people to have return. I mean, I think, like you said, I think guys like, in my opinion, Ken Kennedy and MVP and Carlito and Shelton Benjamin and John Morrison, they were like those guys that were on the mid card that were getting ready to be pushed to main event. And I think that's a big reason why WWE is hurting for stars right now. It's because guys who are on the cusp of getting ready for that main event spot, or at least that next level spot to start wrestling, guys like Triple H and Cena and Shawn Michaels and Batista and Edge and et cetera and et cetera. They were all kind of left or let go all around the same time, and you were really left with no guys to transition to that next spot. You were left with guys like Punk, and you were left with guys like Dolph Ziggler, and they just didn't have enough guys to fill that void, and that's why they relied so heavily on Cena and Orton and Punk and Taker coming back once a year. And I think that's why they relied so heavily on guys returning for 2 months, like Brock Lesnar, and then leaving and then coming back.
It's so sad that my group got released all at the same time like that. Like, my whole group did. Everybody I was friendly with and hung out with, like, we all just around the same time in about the same year or 2 years, we were all released, and I think that's really sad. What's your next question?
Well, my sister actually asked us a question.
Oh, fantastical.
My wonderful sister, Lee Bennett, is a very intelligent, lovely lady, and I think the world of her. She asked me, did you think so many years ago when you were a wee man in diapers that this is where you would be? How did you get here? And for Lady M, she asked if you could go back and do one thing over, what would it be? You're Lady M, by the way.
Oh, I have to answer this.
You have to answer. If you could go back and do one thing over, what would it be?
Oh, if I could go back and do one thing over. I don't really believe in do-over, so I would do nothing over. Because I feel like everything you do, whether it's right or wrong, you learn from. I've had people that have hurt me, and I've spoken up against that.
Would you do that over if you could?
I would do it over. Yeah. I mean, I have
You just said you didn't want to do it over. No, would you do something different? Would you do the same? You would speak up again.
I would speak my mind. I would do the same thing over again because I feel like you learn from those things and eventually you move past those things, as I have. Like, some of the negative stuff in my past, I've decided, that's over and done with, and I'm moving on to more positive things. But it took those experiences to make me appreciate other things. And so, no, I wouldn't redo anything. I'm not a cheater, and I'm not I've never hurt someone, in a bad way. I try and be a good person, so I don't have those kind of regrets of, oh, I wish I didn't say that. Like I just don't.
Yeah. I think that's good. I agree with you. I don't believe in going back. I think everything we do and everything that happens to us, whether it be a mistake or something positive or negative or in between or good, bad, ugly, whatever, I think all builds to who we are as a person. I agree with you 100%. Can I answer my question? Because I kind of have a rant for it. It's not really a rant. It's actually a very positive rant. But I'd kind of like to go off on this because
you could do it.
Okay, because my sister asked me, when I was younger, if I thought, looking back now,
ew, Blumpkin's gross. Blumpkin's really gross. Ew.
You are very good. I was trying to be serious and sensitive, and you interrupted my serious and sensitive talk here with Blumpkins. Wow.
Told me to look it up, and then I had
maybe look it up when I wasn't getting serious or sentimental.
How was I supposed to know? That's nasty. Okay,
here's a wonderful thing from my sister. And Blumpkin's sick. Blowjobs while you're pooping, disgusting. My goodness.
Okay, go.
Good thing I'm not reading sponsors right now, or you just wouldn't be able to stop talking about Blumpkins. Today's show is brought to you by the letter B for Blumpkins.
Is this Sesame Street?
Blumpkin Street.
C B is for Blumpkin.
That's good enough for me.
Blumpkin.
Blumpkin starts with B. The title of this week's show will just be The Blumpkin.
Okay.
Mike and Maria and the Great Blumpkin.
Is it Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead. Get your emotion.
get my shit in like I'm an indie wrestler, okay? So, so my sister's question actually, and I've had this conversation with you, dear, a lot. And like she said, so many years ago when you were a wee man, I was never a wee man. I was always just a man. But
you were tiny. I've seen pictures. Large head, but small
did you
man.
think that that could be taken very differently, but did you think that this is where you would be, and how did you get here? It's funny because when I was always growing up, I was always my parents always instilled in my brain that you can do whatever you want to do, and they always said that. And I know people are always like, "Oh, well, yeah, you can do what you want to do," but I don't know how many parents actually tell their kids they can do what they want to do and 100% mean it. My parents 100% meant it. And since I was 12, when I knew I wanted to be a wrestler, there was never any doubt in my mind that I would not make it. I never doubted it. And to this day, I still believe that I'm going to make millions of dollars in wrestling and be one of the most successful professional wrestlers to ever wrestle. Because if you don't believe that, what's the point in doing what you're doing? If your goal is to headline WrestleMania and you doubt yourself to headline WrestleMania, what's the point in doing it? Because you should always, always, always think that this is what you're going to do and that's how you should do it. And I can tell you that my mindset when I was 12 about where I was going to be after it was all said and done is still the same mindset I have now. I am still very much 100% confident that I will go down in history as one of the greatest, most successful professional wrestlers to ever live, because that's the mindset you need to have. And I just feel like nowadays it's so ingrained in people's heads that they have to get a real job, or you have to go to school, or you have to do this and you have to do that. No, you don't. Go follow your dreams and chase what you love, because, and I know me and you, sweetie, we've talked about this a long time. You have a very short life on this planet. So what is the point of doing something that you absolutely despise for the short time you are here? What's the point of not going out and living life and seeing the world? You are here for 80 years if you're lucky, 85 years if you're healthy, maybe 90 if you...
I'm planning on 100, just so you know.
100 if you don't, smoke, drink, or do drugs. So that's very short in the grand scheme of things. So what is the point? Just go do it. If anyone tells you, you have to go to school or get a real job or don't follow your dreams, tell them to kindly fuck off. Because honestly, I am at a position where in the next, let's say 2 months, I'm going overseas for the first time. I'm going to be in like 4 or 5, maybe 6 different states. I'm going to New Orleans for the first time. I just wrestled in Texas for the first time. I'm going to be in Philly. I'm going to be in Milwaukee. I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm going all over the place, and I'm staying busy wrestling and making a living doing what I love. And yes, my dear, wonderful, lovely sister, when I was a wee man in a little diaper, I did think I would be here, because that's the only way you're going to get to where you want to go, is if you absolutely believe it. I very much believe the universe pulls you in that direction. So if you're a person that's negative and says, oh, well, poor me, I'm never going to get there, and you won't get there. It's just the fact. You won't get there. But if you sit here and say, no matter how hard the time is, whether your dog just died or your car broke down or your house blew up, if you just keep saying, I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there, you will. But that's the mindset you have to have. And that's my rant. That's my rant of the week. It's not really a rant, but yeah, that's it.
I think we have a caller.
Oh, good. Cool.
That was an amazing rant, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I really enjoyed it thoroughly. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Andrew, and I'm from Texas.
Hi, how are you?
Andrew from Texas.
I'm doing all right, guys. I got y'all's podcast from Twitter, and I've been following it ever since. And I think what you guys do is great, and I'm glad you speak the truth.
Well, thank you.
Much. We appreciate it.
One of my questions, I guess, was for either one of you, but given the way, I guess, WWE is going right now, and of course with the whole Punk thing, and I don't want to hash that because it's, I'm sure it's been redundant by now, but do you think Vince McMahon is kind of wondering what WrestleMania 30 is going to turn out to be with all, given the fan reaction, hijacking shows, Punk walking out, you think the card is set is like it was, or do you think he's kind of panicking right now what the biggest show is supposed to be this year?
Go ahead. Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I don't think Vince McMahon ever panics.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
I don't think you get into the position that Vince is in if you panic. I think CM Punk walking out on the company might have put a monkey in the wrench, but I don't think by any means Vince McMahon is panicking. I don't think they really care that fans chant or whatnot, because I'm sorry and I hate to say it, but what's going on right now is just a fad, and it will die out, and WWE will still be there. It's people. People may be sick of Cena and Orton, and people may be sick of watching it. But I was reading tweets from T.J. Perkins, and he put it, in a really good way. Ratings aren't down. People are still watching. Ticket sales are still being sold. Merch for Cena, merch for all these guys is still through the roof. Until there is a platform that shows that what they're doing isn't working, then they'll change. But I'm sorry, but 20,000 people in Pittsburgh chanting for Daniel Bryan is not going to scare Vince McMahon into completely changing WrestleMania. Now, if 2 million people tune out of Monday Night Raw, or 2 million people stop buying tickets, then you have a different story. But the fact I think the way TJ Perkins wrote it was, the vocal minority is not going to scare away the majority. And I think that's a perfect way to put it. I don't agree with it, because I think you need to give the ball to Daniel Bryan and let him run with it. But I'm just saying, I'm answering your question in a sense where I think Vince and Triple H are probably thinking, because they look at ticket sales, they look at merch sales, they look at ratings, the things that matter to sponsors, the things that matter to their shareholders. That's what matters, not what the fans are chanting. Sweetie, did I answer it?
Yeah, totally answered it.
That answers it. Yeah, I mean,
all right.
It's just one of those things that I think at this point, the WWE needs to recognize that it's not IWC, and I hate to say that because I know people say that, but it's not some little group like it was in the late '90s. It has nothing to do with just people on forum boards. I mean, it's it's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's everything, and that can be a good thing. It can also be a very bad thing. And I think I pointed to your podcast a couple of weeks ago of how all these people sit behind a keyboard and, if I was Booker, I would do blah, 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 blah. But, it's not. I'm a fan. I enjoy what y'all do. I enjoy the product. I enjoy the wrestling. But in my as a fan, I have no right to say, this is how I would book it, or, that guy, looks like, this and that. I don't have a reason to say that,
Well, here's the thing is, as a fan and for someone paying money, you absolutely have the right to say, I don't want to buy that T-shirt. I don't agree with this. I'm a fan of Daniel Bryan. I'm a fan of The Shield. But unfortunately, what social media does now is it gives a voice to the people who probably in past lives shouldn't really have a voice. And I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. But I'm saying it because the people who tend to be the loudest are also not the people who are buying the tickets and watching the shows spending money. And so that is why all this uproar of we need change, we want change, your dollar speaks for the change. Money speaks for the change. If you are loud and vocal, but your money's not talking, Vince McMahon ain't listening.
And I mean, I think there's a saying too about how bad news gets to 10 people and good news gets to one person. And so you hear the bad news people 10 times more than you hear the good news people. Because honestly, the bad news people are the ones that are talking, the ones that are angry, the ones that are negative are always the one that are talking on Facebook and Twitter and whatever else is out there right now. There's not as many people that are going to go and be like, I had such a great day. I really love that show. Blah, blah, blah. it's usually people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. You know, and you'll see that all the time. I think we lost our caller, but
No, I'm still here.
you're here.
Yeah.
But you know, I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Like people that are happy and content aren't going to say anything because why should they?
Well, and I think it's absolutely hilarious how, you know, wrestling fans can complain about the product, yet they're streaming the shows for free. They're streaming the not all of them. They stream the pay-per-views for free. You know, I think, like you said, Mike, you put money into the product. You buy the shirts. You don't buy the shirts. You buy the pay-per-views. You don't buy the pay-per-views. And I'm not saying that, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're getting everything for free, I don't feel like you have as much of a right to complain when you're not putting any money into the product. I mean, yeah, I've got buddies who've never paid for a pay-per-view in the last couple of years because they stream it online for free. And, you know, whether that's right or wrong, I think it's not right because, you know, those pay-per-view buys or, you know, those not pay-per-view buys, it's not going to show WWE anything. You know, Daniel Bryan's main eventing a pay-per-view, and you've got, let's say, 10,000 people watching it online for free, that's 10,000 less buys you have on the pay-per-view, so that doesn't show Vince McMahon anything. It just shows, hey, nobody bought the pay-per-view, so maybe, you know, so-and-so shouldn't, you know, be in the main event. But, and, you know, you guys are right, though. It's just, you know, it's the bad things that get blown up into proportions. It's, you know, there's a lot of good things with the product right now. I mean, there's a lot of young talent, and I'm excited to be a wrestling fan.
One thing for certain is you'll see that with Ring of Honor. You know, if one bad thing happens or if one show doesn't have as many people in attendance as you think that there should be, you know, everybody's all over talking about it. But we recently did a photo shoot with the No Hate campaign, and you didn't see that blow up everywhere. You didn't see, you know, all of the positivity that came out of that. I mean, we shot that back in, what was it? September of last year, and that didn't blow up.
Ring of Honor fans are the worst. They take one little thing that goes wrong, and it's the sky is fucking falling. Like, good Lord. It's like, well, oh my God, there was 759 people in the audience. When the last time they were there, they had 800. Good job, Ring of Honor. Jesus Christ, way to go. I've seen them bitch and complain about every little thing. You know, quite honestly, if you don't like it, stop fucking watching it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Go watch something that people give a flying fuck if you fucking complain about. Because the guys in that company are busting their ass. And for you guys to nitpick the most stupidest shit and then be like, I'm giving up on Ring of Honor. Well, congratulations. You just gave up on every single hardworking person, from Kevin Steen to ACH to the Briscoes to me to Tommaso to Taven. You just gave up on all those guys who kill themselves, literally are killing themselves in the ring because of your stupid, nitpicky bullshit. Fuck off.
Right, and I absolutely, you know, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, it's just, you know, it always comes down to that. And honestly, I know TNA gets a lot of flack, and I'm not going to go there because I don't watch it, so I can't comment on it. But I think Ring of Honor, you guys get a lot of flack, and I don't think you deserve that. I mean, WWE.com a couple of days ago did an article of, you know, a lot of people feel that Ring of Honor, you know, they're the grooming, you know, they groom wrestlers to whether they go to WWE, TNA, you know, just because you don't go to WWE doesn't mean it's the end all of everything. But, you know, Ring of Honor produces so much talent. And I think if people just sat down, shut the hell up, watch the talent that's out there, you know, if you don't like WWE, fine. Go watch Ring of Honor, give it a chance. But don't watch one show and then say, oh, that's the worst. You know, you have to watch things. You have to watch it progress. You can't judge things just by, you know, and you know, that's a whole nother ramble. But, you know, as far as, you know, storyline.
Well, you should call in again. We'll definitely talk to you in the future. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
I think we have another caller, and this is going to be our last caller. Hello, caller. What's your name?
My name is Elias.
All right. What's good?
All right. Yeah, I was wondering if you were ever offered a contract would you ever consider signing with TNA?
Oh, I'll let you take that one, dear.
No. You take it first.
Currently I'm with Ring of Honor, so I'm not going anywhere. But that would have to be a moment. In the moment decision. I wouldn't say no. Absolutely not. I think TNA has an absolute ton of talent there, and they absolutely have something to offer. And I really, really 100% want to see them do well, because I have friends over there who I think very highly of, and people who I don't know very well but think very highly of. So I really want to see them do well. So for the sole reason, the amount of talent they have over there, I would definitely entertain the thought.
For me, it's always a tough question, because I've been asked that ever since I left WWE in 2010. The right opportunity hasn't came around for me to go there. I'm with Ring of Honor for sure until May of this year. And then who knows? I mean, I never say never. I mean, I love working for Ring of Honor. I've really enjoyed my time there. I love working with my fiance. There's other exciting stuff that I want to talk about, but I can't yet, that I'm doing over at Ring of Honor, which mean a lot to me. So who knows? I could be there for a very long time. I might end up being one of the people that's there for a 10-year. Who knows? I think that TNA is it's an option. I'll say that. But will I ever take that option? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Thank you for the question. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
That's always a tough one, isn't it? The TNA question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy where I am now, so it's hard for me to answer those questions.
It is tough.
I wrestle for single-handedly the best wrestling company in the world. And that's fact, not opinion. Best wrestling company in the world with the best roster in the world. Again, fact, not opinion. It's just the truth.
And lots of them are coming to our wedding.
Lots of them are coming to our wedding. They are.
Lots and lots of them are coming to our wedding. So if anybody wants to get our T-shirt, they can go to ProWrestlingTees.com. With over 800 T-shirts available from indie stars to WWE legends, you can now buy T-shirts created and sold by your favorite professional wrestlers like myself at ProWrestlingTees.com. If you're looking for something a little bit more fun, be sure to check out BarbershopWindow.com for some of the greatest nostalgic and humorous wrestling tees available on the planet. ProWrestlingTees.com. If you want a Mike and Maria in Wonderland t-shirt, you can buy that on ProWrestlingTees.com. If you want a Team Sexy shirt or an I'm a Lady shirt, the lights just went out in my dining room. What in the world just happened?
You're in our studio.
And I mean in space.
The studio lights just went out.
In space.
Our $1 million studio was.
Oh yes, our very
soundproof,
expensive $1
million
studio. Yeah, that's why we can hear your Skittles so well.
You can't hear anything.
I can totally hear stuff when you're eating Skittles. Do you want to talk about your protein stuff? Or
no. I got my first shipment in today, and it's delicious.
It sounded like you just said shipment.
I knew you were going to say something because this is my plug, so I can't get through it without you saying something. So get it all out, scream, yell, shout, laugh, do what you have to do now. So when I'm good to go, you let me know.
When you're good to go,
you tell me. You have to let me know because you'll talk right through it. So it's up to you. You tell me. You tell me when I'm ready.
I get to see you tomorrow. Isn't that fantastic?
You do get to see me tomorrow. So anyways, I got my first shipment, as in the ship goes out to sea. Ship, not shit. Ship. I got my first shipment in of SPV high quality supplements, and the protein is so yummy. And they have an awesome pre-workout that, it felt like I felt like the Incredible Hulk when I went to the gym. I was ready to rip faces off of gym people, and I ripped their faces off. But yes, they are, I have a partnership now with SPV high quality supplements. They are offering great tasting and effective products without fillers, chemicals, or GMOs. And for all the wonderful fans of Michael Bennett, and for more specifically fans of The Prodigy, if you go to sbvfitness.com/store, type in keyword Prodigy, that's PRODIGY, you will get 15% off these amazing supplements that make you big and bulky and get you Playboy cover girls.
Is that what happens?
That's how it works.
Is that your new pitch now?
That's my pitch for my shipment.
It gets you Playboy cover girls.
Get yourself a Playboy cover girl.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you like our friends on other fan-off shows, check out Now Playing Now on fanoff.com if you want to hear back from these guys after a 3-year hiatus. I don't know what they were doing, but I have a feeling that they were in the same vehicle as was the guy that came out in the DeLorean.
That is the vehicle. The DeLorean is the vehicle.
Oh, yes.
That is the DeLorean. Come on, you are a Back to the Future fan. How
I am.
do you not know what a DeLorean is? You cannot call yourself a Back to the Future fan if you do not know what a DeLorean is.
I said the word DeLorean.
You
I
did
say the word DeLorean. And mind you, tomorrow I have a huge global environment class.
I know.
Test.
I'm getting up at the ass crack of dawn to come see you.
I know. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm thinking maybe we should record something while we are together in the same space.
Like a porn? No,
What?
Sorry. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, that was your surprise and your Valentine's Day gift, but
A porn?
no longer.
You're getting me a porn? Where is it? What is it?
No, I was thinking we could make one.
Oh, all right.
I wonder if that would get us a reality show. If me and you had a sex tape, would that get us a reality show? Is that how the kids do it these days?
No, people would probably just be like, ugh, if they saw me naked.
There is no way.
And they'd be like, oh, God, he's nude.
That is not what would happen.
It is. We would probably get, or I would get
So
shunned.
if you want to discuss my porn video with my fiance that we're going to put out, you can tweet me about it.
Hashtag Mike and Maria porn.
Hashtag Mike and Maria porn. And you could do that at my Twitter, which is the Twitter, which is Maria L. Kanellis. Or you could talk to me about it on the Facebook. Official Maria Kanellis. Follow me and like me on Facebook because I now have over 311,000 likes on Facebook. So now I'm going for 1 million. You can also go to Mike and Maria Podcast on Facebook. Please like our page because we want to be liked. And then you can go to iTunes to listen to this show all over again if you want to hear more about Mike and my porn. And you can do that at mikeandmariapodcast.com. Or you can go to iTunes. And please tell us what you think. I'd like to know more comments. You can go to the community link on fanoff.com and, put your thoughts to it. I got a very nice email from someone talking about how lovely the podcast was. So, you can do those things. You can talk to us about porn or tell us how awesome we are. It's totally up to you.
I love porn.
If people want to follow you or tweet you or talk about porn, where would they go to?
If you go to my Twitter or your Twitter and you type in at Real Mike Bennett, we can have a conversation about porn. I promise. And also, if you would like to post porn pictures or look at my porn pictures, go to The Real Mike Bennett on Instagram. And also, if you would like to become my very close personal porn friend, go to Facebook.com and look up Mike Bennett, and we can be porn friends for life.
There's going to be a bunch of females now that are going to send you nudie photos.
Or creepy old men. That's my demo. Naked females and creepy old saggy ball men. That's my demo.
Haven't you gotten a few?
A few? I got like a novel.
Novel of saggy bald men photos?
Not bald, saggy balls. Not bald.
Are they bald and saggy, or are they saggy and hairy?
They're like raisin water balloons.
I've only gotten 1 or 2 pictures of people's penises.
Oh, good.
That's it. Only 1 or 2. How is it you have a novel of naked men?
It's like a pop-up book.
Yeah, no, with that, I am going to sleep so I can do really well on my test.
And I am going to look at my saggy balls choose your own adventure book. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note,
thank you guys so much for enjoying Fan Appreciation Night with us. And we will be back next week, same time, same place, same porn hosts. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Off with my head, fell in love again. Off with my head, fell in love again. You lose your head, you lose your heart. Off with my head, fell in love again. Off with my head, fell in love again. You lose your head, you lose your heart. Fall apart.
This has been a production of fanoff.com.
And that's perfect.